big welcome to Lost in Labyrinth. I have enjoyed bringing to you these last 8 podcasts. My process usually begins by the ensuing weekend where I ponder over the next topic that I strongly feel about. Monday is a busy day. I do a bit of research and identify the structure in my head. Time permitting, I write my first draft. If not Monday, then Tuesday. Wednesday morning, I wake up early to make the most of my free time as the summer vacations have begun and finalize the content to write, something like a final copy. Taking in a few suggestions over the next 2 days, Friday is when I record and release the podcast. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because of late I received at least 15 requests to post a monogram picture with challenge accepted. Not a very social media driven person, I decided to read about what this campaign is. The more I read about it, the further I found my friends to the real cause. The cause that was first launched about a week and a half ago snowballed into something so big but so distant from the actual cause. As of yesterday, there were 5,300,000 Instagram images viral under this hashtag. Finally, yesterday, all the major media houses picked up the news and decided to propagate it. I am sure by now all of you know the real cause. How this all impacted me, I had to delete the whole post, and Thursday today is when I'm writing a new. So what better than to dedicate this post to the last minute improvs, whether a goof up or not. I'm sure all of us have encountered such situations, and I certainly have a plethora of examples to share. I'm always the goofy one. But on a brighter side, searching for last minute fixes is a brilliant exercise in cultivating smartness. As goes the Murphy Law adage, if something has to go wrong, it will. So what then are the takeaways from these situations? Being responsive and spontaneous, thinking on your feet, to have a solution-oriented outlook, not giving up, and most importantly, developing a sense of humor to look at the lighter side of things. Some of the absolute essential qualities to have. You will be surprised to know how some of the most iconic TV moments have accredited their success to such mishappenings, so as to say. Poor TV writers, they take months and months to perfect their scripts, only for some bizarre quirk at the last moment that changes everything, making the improvised moment the best bit in the entire episode. Like the best came from which is never planned. David Schwimmer accidentally called Rachel at Ross's wedding. Writer Greg Malins revealed that David mistakenly said Rachel, and they liked the twist so much that they completely rewrote the whole season 5 finale. Or a beloved Office wouldn't have existed if Ricky Gravis wasn't so lazy. Why? Because this longtime colleague and co-writer, Stephen Merchant, only started working with him when he needed an assistant working in London in 1997. Ricky admitted he called Stephen for an interview because his was the first CV that was handed to him and he was so lazy to go through the others. Within a year, they were co-hosting their own radio show, and the rest is history. There are plenty other examples. NCIS, the famous Gibbs slap, was an actual slap that was never scripted. Or, in Breaking Bad, the runaway scene in season 2, where Jesse dashes for Walt's car to run away from Hank and his men, was so much more intense when the car door actually jammed. The director decided to keep it. Professionally, I have a fair share of moments that I can share with you, but I'd rather refrain. Talking about my personal life though, I did my college from St. Xavier's, Mumbai. It was my dream for the better part of my teenage years, and I was ecstatic to get an interview. Full of nervousness and optimism, when my turn came, I seated myself in front of the panel of interviewers. Allow me to describe it to you. It was a relatively large room with somehow a small table, and there were 5 people sitting around to fire questions at you. I seated myself on the table confidently and started answering. Once I started speaking, there's this whole lot of thoughts that run through my mind amid answering. In the middle of this whole session, I realized this whole time I had placed my foot on top of one of these interviewers. Too nervous now to move, I chose to keep it for the rest of the interview. Towards the end, someone asked, "The course you have opted for requires you to be very confident. How do we know that you will be even when things go south?" Finding myself at the loss of any clever answer at that moment, I answered that sometime in the middle of the interview, I realized my folly but continued to do so, knowing both of us are now comfortable with the arrangement. Goes to speak a lot about my confidence. The panel burst into laughter and thanked me for reviving their day with humor. I'm almost certain each one of us will have a story like this to share, where the goof up was well concealed with some last minute fixes. After all, it is well said, never judge a person for their mistakes. Judge a person on how they fix them. And with that, wishing you a very joyous weekend ahead and hoping to read some of your stories in the comments. Goodbye and take care.